Hey guys, so I'm going to be switching things up a little bit, probably adding a bit of spice to my life, but as a lot of you probably know, I am big into health and fitness. It's always been a major part of my life. I competed in a lot of different sports semi-professionally as a child, even into adult. And whenever I neglected my health and fitness, I ended up in depression and suffered with anxiety. But one thing I've always been a bit on the fence about was fasting. Now, I read so many positive articles and research about the benefits of fasting, but I've always found there's something missing for me in terms of fasting for women specifically, because we have such a very different hormonal change and cycle to men that when I've tried just doing like the standard fasting, it really, on some days it felt great, on other days I felt awful. So I've started reading Fast Like a Girl, and I'm really fascinated. And I listened to her interview on The Doctor's Kitchen the other day, and I'm super fascinated about what she's talking about and what it's all about, and really living according to our hormonal cycles as women. So what I've decided to do is to kind of make myself a little bit of a human guinea pig, and I'm going to follow the Fast Like a Girl fasting regime. There's different modes of fasting for different times of our cycle, but I'm also going to bring in a very, very special friend of mine, Marianne, who's from my collective, who specializes in helping women really understand their cycles and understand the ways we can be more productive, when we need to take it more easy, what type of workouts we need to do through this process. And so combining the two, I'm going to be basically living my life according to my cycle. So I'm going to be looking at that from a fasting perspective. I'm going to be looking at it from a workout perspective, from a nutrition perspective, which is super important to me as well. And I think it's something that a lot of people miss when they're fasting, which Mandy mentions in her book, because people fast, but then they just go in the eating windows, don't eat the right type of foods. And so I'm going to also be looking at it from a work productivity point of view. So I'm going to take you on a ride with me. I'm going to share all my measurements. I'm going to share all my ups, my downs, my lows, my highs. I'm hoping to learn more about it for myself and my own health and my own longevity, especially as I start to get into that phase of my life where things slow down, cell rejuvenation is slowing down, my body is changing hormonally. And so through me, I also hope that I get to educate other women like you, and men as well. Like I really believe that men should understand their partner cycles, their family, their sister cycles, because it's really important that, and it shocks me that we are not taught this stuff. And the fact that I'm nearly 42 years old and actually only starting to learn about my cycle now is a little bit horrific. But anyway, that's the state of the world. And I hope you enjoyed the journey. I'd love for you guys to get involved. Let me know things that you've tried along with me. If you want any advice along the way, let me know. I'm learning this. I have a strong, obviously, background in fitness and nutrition, but a lot of this is new for me as well. So hopefully it is a positive ride, and if depending on what works for my body, but hopefully I just learn, and we all learn more about how to really tap into our cycles.